Angie, Angie. Angie walk in, room get loud. She don't bite it, say it out proud. Tongue like steel, yet clean and sharp. Smile so sweet, then she cut real hard. She came to play, not to pretend. One glass up, then she's off again. Eyes on you, she don't miss a thing. Got the whole scene wrapped on a string. Watch her lean in, hear that laugh. She can turn cute into aftermath. Baby the beast, fast no brakes. If you move wrong, she keep the tape. Don't play, make way. Babe the badass, quick switch. Babe the badass, that's it. Hands up, fun up. She got receipts if she needs that. She got receipts, yeah, keep that. If you say one thing, she got the proof. Not for the drama, just for the truth. She's in the corner, watching the room. Cute little grin and boom, boom, boom. She loves the joke, she loves the night. Loves a good time, loves a good fight. Not with her hands, with her set so cool. She can shut it down and still look gold. Watch her lean in, hear that laugh. She can turn cute into aftermath. Baby the beast, fast no brakes. If you move on, she keep the tape. Don't play, make way. Babe the badass, quick switch. Babe the badass, that's it. Hands up, fun love. She got receipts if she needs that. She got receipts, yeah, keep that. One second soft, next second stone. She runs the room like she on the throne. Come for the fun, stay for the spark. Angie don't fall, she leaves a mark. Angie, don't play. Make way, babe the badass. Quick switch, babe the badass. That's it. Hands up, fun love. She got receipts if she needs that. She got receipts, yeah, keep that. Say less, no stress. Babe the badass. Quick switch, babe the badass. That's Angie.
Good morning. Good, terrific, fabulous, fantastic Tuesday. Yeah, right. But either way, we're here. We made it. That's a blessing in itself, right? So, hey, y'all, what's up? Oh, Lord, y'all, I didn't want to get up this morning. I didn't want to get up. I don't know. Something's got to give. But I'm here. I made it. I'm showing enthusiasm. Yes. There's a movie I was just thinking about. It's let 'em sing. I'm singing. Elf. I'm singing. So I'm here. I think I've lost it though, honestly. It's somewhere. I don't know. It's too damn early to tell. But it's good to see y'all. How are you? So Fuzz was the first one here. I'm shocked. Who'd have ever thought Fuzz would have been the first one in Angie Uploaded's chat? Think back over the last year. I love it. And Austin, hello. Second one here. Hey, Chubby, you slipping. I was about to say skipping. You slipping. And Denise, I'm in the bushes. First time here. Well, welcome. Chubby says, we don't bite. No, he pinches. Chubby Scorpion pinches. So just be careful and watch out for his little pincher, cause yeah, he'll pinch. The rest of us are safe. Well, some of us. Go sit by Neon and S Gladdy, and they'll show you the ropes. Falsely. What wig is that? Is this where it's supposed to be funny because I'm not wearing one? So, you know, you see what I'm saying? Oh my God. It's so funny. Okay. All right. So, good morning, Denise, and good morning, Chubby. As Gladdy, Neon, and Falsely Truths, for what it's worth. Good morning to you too. And yeah, so you know how it works here, everybody. They'll trickle in, so we'll just let them trickle. We will talk for a little bit, and if they don't, then that's them missing out, right? Right, because we know where Falsely Truths is going to be, right here. So, how y'all been? Man, we had a big show yesterday for what it was, you know. I went back and kind of skimmed over the numbers, and it was like, I mean, do y'all like talking about ghosts? Because I noticed even when I was streaming, I was watching the numbers and they would go up. Now, of course, we don't have like hundreds and all that, and I never expected to, but for what it was, the numbers stayed higher when we were talking about haunted places and ghosts and stuff. So yeah. So let's see. Sorry, I see Batgirl with purple wig, Lammy with blonde wig, and Tina D with the green wig. Are they wigs? I thought they really dyed their hair. Maybe am I wrong? The only thing I know is that I haven't seen much of their hair. Because I don't watch Queens. I did see the color of Batgirl's hair. That's where I was getting with it. And I thought that was like a very pretty color. So I don't know. Now, I was listening to Cash because I have to have something to listen to when I'm getting ready, you know. And they ain't all wigs. Okay, now I know. So I have to have something, and now there's no rewind when I wake up. So now it's Cash, I guess, when I wake up. And so I caught a glimpse of Tina's hair. I don't like that green. And I don't know. I'm really not, you know, I like Big Murph. She come up over, you know, she was the intern over on Chubby. And if you're new here, I don't know if you came from the LCU to here or you just found your way here. But I was on a show called Locale Chubby. And so anyway, Big Murph was the intern over there. They I don't know, maybe they was just kind of shooting the shit. So maybe that's what they do on, I'm not sure. Is that what they do on Cash? Shoot the shit? Just talk for 2 hours? I don't know. I'm legitimate. I'm not shitting on them because I don't know enough about the show to shit on it. So I'm just legitimately asking. You know, the taste of these are good. This is the Alani cherry slush. But these Alanis, I swear, it's like, do y'all know what it feels like when you drink like a Diet Coke or a Diet Dr. Pepper? Like it makes you feel like you got to burp all the time. That is what these Alanis are like. I don't know if I can deal with that all the time. Excuse me. I gotta get me a new chair. So, do we have a big announcement today? No, we don't. We still have no answer yet as to if they're going to give me my monetization back. This part right here sucks. It's like, okay, we had a purpose, right? We were going for the hours. And it was like, where are we at? Where are we at? And all this stuff. And now I've hit the apply button last Wednesday, and we're just waiting. And it's driving me nuts. I will tell you though, there was something that was listed on it's on the earn tab on the PC part that's not on the app, but it wasn't there before. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. It's some kind of shopping tab, but it wasn't on there before. But that's the only different thing that I've seen. So I don't have an email, and that little thing still says, it could take up to 30 days, that little picture that I showed y'all. So anyway, that's where we are. We don't know. All right, let's see. David, good morning. Good to see you. You should ask Keem, can you do rewind with Billy? I think you and Billy would be interesting. I can't, even if I wanted to. I can't. I cannot be on an LCU show until I get my monetization. So, and that was even if I wanted to, and I don't. But even if I did, I couldn't. Like that day, I wanted so bad to be able to pop up on Pit with Yo Mama, and plan a wig off, and us actually have one, but I couldn't jump up there. So I super chatted it and I said, wig off, let's go, hoping that, we could actually make it a thing. But anyway, I think it would be fun to have a wig off and have other people join in, that wear wigs and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I can't even jump up on a show. Pirate, good morning. Robbie, hello. Yeah. Yep. That's the truth, falsely truths. I can't even jump up. Yep, I can't even jump up and defend my own honor. Yep, I'm in one of those goofy moods, y'all. When you kind of wake up late and you're running around and you feel like, you have to check and make sure you even got your clothes on, that kind of thing. Lori, good morning. I think the wig off would have been legendary too. I still think we could probably pull it off, but I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun having other people participate too, and I just don't know how, would we do it on one channel, or would we all be on our own channels and just model our wigs? I mean, we could definitely pull something off though. I think lots of people would like it. But see, if I was on my own channel or people outside of the LCU, then, would Yo Mama be able to cover it, that type thing? So I don't know. It's crazy that I can't get up and jump up on a show as a guest for a few minutes to talk about something, but they can show me. Make that make sense. They can show me over here talking, but I can't jump up and talk about it. So I don't know. And they can't jump up over here, which that makes no sense. It literally makes no sense for Yo Mama, for instance. He could jump up over here. But I guess it's being spun that they can't because of that monetization thing. And that's just wrong. they could jump over here. The only thing that it is that you can't be a host for more than 50% of the time. Like, I couldn't go over there and be a host, but I could absolutely be a guest, and somebody could be a guest over here. So for people that didn't even know that the rule was there to begin with, sure know a lot about the rule now. Like, no, trust me, I searched this whole entire rule inside and out. And yeah. So they could be a guest here. I could be a guest there, but whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, Tiffany. Yeah, and that's fine. You know, even before I even said that I wasn't going back, I had asked Tommy if he would come over for a few minutes and pop up. And he was told that he didn't think he could. And this is right after it all first happened. And, you know, the goal was to get me back over there as soon as I got my monetization. Well, he absolutely could have. I mean, it's what, for like 5 minutes? That's not going to throw anything into a tailspin. But I guess he could now, couldn't he? I guess he could now. Because evidently he got fired, but he's coming back when Keem does. I'm still so confused about that, but we'll talk about it in a minute. Why did Keem lie about Rostov's wife leaving him and so on? I heard that. Is that not what happened? Or did I hear the lie too? Or did they just like have like an amicable split and it was Rand that she left him? I don't know. I thought I heard Rostov say that they had like a split. Yeah, I thought it was true too, Tiffany. And I watch Rostov. I mean, I haven't watched him like a lot. I've gotten into more of it lately, but I thought that now I don't know if she like left him, you know what I mean? But I thought I did hear that they really did like split, but I don't know. I don't want to be putting lies out there or spreading somebody else's lies. And I can't remember exactly what Rostov said, so don't quote me on any of that. And I'm not trying to spread lies or rumors, but I thought that's what happened. But yeah, because Rostov just seemed a little off. He didn't seem like his like cheery self. Yeah, David, that's what that they had split, but they were still living together. Because, you know, sometimes it's cheaper, and a lot of people have done it, split up and remain under the same roof to save some money until one can go one place and one can go the other. But a lot of times, usually when people do that, they end up working it out. Not all the times, but so, well, hopefully whatever is best for both of them, I hope they get it figured out. Because I know that Rostov did seem a little off. That particular day, he just seemed like a grumpy grump, you know, grumping around. I'm grumping around. So, speaking of, well, I'm gonna go around the corner, then come back to that. But so Billy is back on Rewind with Hatred. So Billy's on Rewind, guys. I'm sure you all know this. It is not the breaking news it was. I woke up 12-ish, 12:30, and he was on. So I watched a little bit of it. He seemed to be in good spirits. It all seemed to flow really well. I think Hatred seems very happy. I don't know if he's just I don't know how well him and Turbo got along. I know Turbo had bought him some equipment and stuff, but so I really don't know their friendship behind the scenes and and how much it affected Hatred. But then again, I he may have explained it. Y'all may know more than I do. I'm just telling y'all what I know. But Billy was up there and hopefully, and also it was right at 1,000 people when I turned it on. So that was really good. If you're looking at it from a standpoint of trying to bring the shows back, make them good and watchable again, I think that was a good move to do that. Even though, that's why I tell people, don't never say never, because you don't ever know what you might do. You just don't. There could always be situations where something happened and you need the money. Um, have a medical thing come up and you need the money, and that's so don't ever say never. And don't ever count, if you got a favorite host or something that left the LCU, don't ever count them out, because you don't ever know. But me saying that leads me to something else. I think that Rostov will come back. Now, yesterday we were talking about we were talking about that Sweet Tea doing a stream with Rostov, and then would it end up being more and kind of snaking AMAC, And people were like, no, and Rostov don't want to come back. Well, they all say it, right? They all say it. We're never going back. I don't want to go back. And at the time, they mean it. They're not going back and they don't want to go back. But here's my thing now. Billy's back. Do you think possibly that for the right price and with Billy being back, that Rostov would come back? I don't know. It still makes you think, though. Rostov probably got spies in his Discord, too. Yeah. You know that, Savage Cupcake. They're everywhere. Some are better at it than others, though. Because let me just go ahead and tell you, all you little spies and stuff for Keem or the LCU that jump in these Discords. If you're going to send him screenshots or you're going to tell him something, you might want to tell him, don't run out and say something right away, because then it absolutely pinpoints the person who did it. If you got somebody new in your Discord and you say something and then all of a sudden Keem is knocking on your door, like, what you doing this for? 9 times out of 10, it is said person. Like, just be better at it. And anybody, if y'all got Southern in your Discord, there's your mole. Just saying. She might be mad at him right now, but just be weary. That's all I'm going to say. Stabbed me in the back. I think it went, so it close to 2,000 or over 2,000, Tiffany. Yeah, there was a lot of people in there last night. So it shows that even your wife would leave you if you're not making money, but man won't leave his wife if she has no money. Do we know that that's what happened, though? Do we know it was about money? I don't know enough about the situation to talk about why they split up or anything. And that what really wasn't. I don't know. It probably is a lot making, live money, and then, because you're wanting to stand on a principle stake. It probably affected like Steak and Nightmare too. It's like, but then again, how much can you take? It's hard not to see it from their perspective, and money's not everything. We all did things before the LCU, and we'll do things after the LCU. But so that's why, don't get comfortable. And even if you're over there, don't get comfortable making a certain amount, because you could be flipped to another show like that. I find it hard to believe he would give Kim 50%. My thing is, I think some of those numbers are going to change. All right. He wants bigger names over there. And he's had real like the Rastoffs and Steak, and so I have a feeling that if he wants people over there, he's going to have to come off of that 50% some. Rastoff, Gidgey, and Scooter going back. You think Savage Cupcake? I keep feeling like Scooter is. I really do. And I was hoping that, Gidgey kept saying that she wanted to travel. And I was really hoping that she would do that. Good morning, Mazer. Good morning, Joseph. Nevermore Queens. Good morning, honey. Side note, somebody told me, because I'm on all this new medicine for, my heart and everything, and it makes my mouth dry. Somebody told me something to try, and I tried it, and it's been working, but I forgot to take it. So yeah, we're suffering with that this morning. Wombi, good morning. It's good seeing you in here lately. I've missed you. Oh, I hate this, man. Sorry. I am so sorry, y'all. Okay. I know that was exciting to watch. I'm sorry. All right. So I was hoping that Gidgey would travel, or at least she would go and see Roxy, but a lot of people are saying that, she probably won't. So do y'all think that Gidgey and Scooter are both going back? I still feel like Rastoff will. I know people are telling me not going to happen, not going to happen. I get it. I understand. And it may not. But that feeling sometimes you get, and you just feel it and you can't shake it. That's what I have. I have the feeling that that Rastoff is going to come back. And I have a feeling that Kim is going to come off of that 50% to make it happen. Now, we all know that Sweet Tea's going out Thursday, I think. So that's the day she's supposed to have her baby. And so What is it? So do we know how long she's staying? I know that Angel had to stay 2 weeks out, I believe. Like Keem made her stay out for 2 weeks. So is Sweet Tea the same? Does she have to stay out for 2 weeks? And if you notice, if so, that leaves her coming back around what? August the 1st. So Sweet Tea comes back August the 1st. Keem comes back. And we're all waiting to see. And maybe it was just a clicky thing, a clickbaity thing. We don't know. We still haven't heard any more from Becky. So was Becky going, it says she's coming back. So is she coming back to her own channel? Because it did have the thing like burn it down. Or are we still looking at this frenemies type show? Or now hear this one out. Would Rostov come back and do a frenemy show with Keem? Just saying. I mean, I believe that would make hella money. Would it sustain? I don't know. But in the beginning, I think that would make money. Now, of course, if it was Becky and Keem, it would be, epic. But yeah. The thing is, in the real world, if a boss was like Keem, you could sue the fuck out of him. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I do got stuff that I'm going to get into. I'm still trying to, I don't know. I'm so professional over here, damn it. I'm still trying to wake up. Let's see. I'm going to screenshot all these comments. This one ain't going back. That one ain't going back. I'm telling you, Chubby Scorpion, I know that people say, hey, Brantley. Hey, Bilal. How are y'all? I think I said good morning to Escalade, but if in case I didn't, good morning. Let's see. I thought that Scooter joined the ship. He did, but that still doesn't mean that he won't. I'm telling you, for the right price, I think anybody would do it. Sorry. If Keem came like right now and said, okay, I'll give you $10,000 as, a sign on. And then you get, let's say, 70%. I'm sorry. There's a price. There's absolutely a price. But we'll see. We'll see how it. And I think that's part of the fun of it, right? It's like they won't do this. They won't do this. Oh, they're gonna do it. Trying to figure it out. So, but we'll all see. I still think Scooter will go back. Yeah, what do you think about that? 10,000 and 70%. Or flip the number, flip them some way, I don't. In the right host, yeah, I think he would invest 10K. In the right one. No, he's not just going to go out there and say, okay, I want you back. Let's invest 10K in you. No, but for the right one, say Becky. Yes, I think he would say $10,000. I'm going to pay your debts to Roxy and Savage and blah, blah, blah. So, Angie's price is a carton of Marlboro Lights and a case of Monster and 25,000. Well, I can't have Marlboro Lights or Monster anymore, so no, we got to find something in place of those in 25,000. I don't know, Mazer, because Rastoff he printed money over here. Like, and I say over here, I got to get out of that. Over there in the LCU. He printed money in the LCU. So he could recoup his investment of $10K if he put that behind Rastoff. I get that he has 30 viewers. I'm just saying. He could recoup his money off of Rastoff. Absolutely. He could recoup his money off of Becky. I think he could recoup his money off of Gidgey. So it's the right ones, you know? I think Kim has ALR on retainer. You think? Chaos Kiwi? Kim should only be getting like 10%. He doesn't really do anything for the host anymore. He helped Becky learn. He doesn't do that now. No, exactly. I agree, Savage Cupcake. He doesn't do anything to help at all. I will say, because when I say that to him, you know what he told me? I gave you Mike. So he gave us Mike and we learned everything. We were so appreciative of that. Absolutely. And we learned everything we could from Mike, and Mike jumped up on the shows. And so, yeah, he gave us Mike. But let's think back to the beginning where, you know, we're new hosts. We got a brand new show and don't even show up for the first day. I ain't going back over that. Oh. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are so funny. It's all mixed up. I can't keep straight who's who and who's where. But you will have to pay it back if you don't stay a certain amount of time. Oh yeah, definitely. That would definitely be put in the contract. And I also think if he did something like that there would be a different contract and it would be ironclad, and I do think that he would enforce it on the first one to try it just to prove a point. Angie, find a Long Beach shirt like that one. I will buy it if you burn that New York one. It's so comfortable. But okay, if I find one, that's why I wear it all the time. It's so comfortable. This is the most comfortable shirt I own. Because it's not like heavy and it's long sleeves and it feels like a hug. It feels like a warm hug. Yeah, because it's not thick, and then it's like, yeah, I love this shirt. Sorry, but okay. If I find a Long Beach one, I'm gonna make you buy it for me. I'm not buying it. I don't want to burn this one though. I'll buy it myself if I don't have to burn this one. Shut up. Good morning, Miss Brenda. How are you? Let's see. He used to say getting in the Discord was a huge opportunity to get intern and learn from the great Keemstar. Who's he teaching? Lies. that was a thing. It was like you could get in the Discord, and that's how you could jump in and jump into shows. And honestly, that's why I thought that when you became an intern and we had to try. It's not like it was in, man, we had to work our asses off to get shows. We had to intern, we had to, and what we learned, we had to learn on our own, by watching, asking questions of other hosts. And because, but what I thought would be, and I've said this before. Okay, so I thought that when you got into the LCU, that okay, you did your thing for intern, right? And you tried and you jumped on all these shows and you fought your ass off to get, to get there. And even with tryouts and stuff, you had to try out here and then you get the role and you're going up, you're doing all the things. And then when you finally get one, that they're holding meetings behind the scenes. And and I thought that honestly a lot of it was like scripted, and it would be like, okay, you'll be fighting with this one, kind of like a soap opera, have like structure to it. And all right, you're gonna have beef with this one, and this channel is gonna have or this show's gonna have issues with this show, and then these two shows are gonna team up. I thought all that was worked out behind the scenes. I thought that that I don't know why I thought that, but I did. And then when I actually got in, that there was not one host meeting while I was a host. Not one. They had a host meeting not too long after I left, but there was not one the whole time I was a host. And I thought that, he would tell you tidbits along the way that, okay, this works. I don't know why it works. It works. This works when you do this, or it's a good thing to do this here, or just tips and tricks and things to make you better. And there's just none of that. So it's every man for himself, and you throw them all in, and and I guess, and that's why I say that he is playing a human game of chess. Chess meets what's that damn movie with Katniss? So chess meets whatever Katniss was. Yeah, that's what it ends up being. So you don't learn anything. Let me take that back. You do. You learn a lot, but you're not learning it from him. And if he would actually follow through with that, that would be that huge advantage of the Discord and being an intern. And I swear to God, he needs to make the interns, they need to intern. There needs to be a period where the interns are still interning, and you don't just automatically, because you're shorthanded or because they have one good show, they're automatically a host. They still need to do an intern period, because then if you automatically put them as host, look what happened with Fupa and Foxy. They both got these big heads and don't want to do little shows because you gave them the top. Why would they want to go down? You didn't even know if they were top material before you threw them up there. Good morning, Dragonfly. Keem has fell the fuck off and has resorted to Blade and been and Grace Thorpe for host. I would. Has he talked to Grace? I don't know. I don't know anymore. It's just I would. Good morning, Jake. How are you? Mine too, honey. My acid reflux is kicking my butt too this morning. There should be a 30 to 90 day non-interference clause with the shows. Keem wasn't giving the shows enough time to get a good following. No, he does, and that was the other thing. Zay, she was right when she said every time she would get the show going remotely good, he would come in and fuck with the show. And that is true. You can see it. And it's not just that show. It's like if he doesn't give the shows enough time, and then he gives some of them too much time, that, okay, if it's not working here, we're going to have to make a change. But absolutely, every time, and I noticed that with Zay, every time one of Zay's shows would be rocking and rolling, why mess with it? That's what I didn't understand. He will mess with shows that are doing good. That's one thing I don't get. Like, you won't even. So we'll say, well, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. Well, how could it be all about the money? I think there's some getting off on hurting people type thing, because every time one of Zay's shows would do good, he would come in and mess with it. So she was absolutely right about that. Like her or not, that's not the point. The point is, it's true. I don't know where Bees is. Bees, are you listening? The big fella they put on Rewind last night skipped the intern process. That's some bullshit. They made him a host like he owns the place. Good morning, On Solo. Well, that big fella, yeah, he just come right on in and waltzed up there and sat there on Rewind and did the damn thing. Yeah. Hell no, screw Grace and her racist that. Yeah. I know, I just didn't know why. No, I agree, but I just didn't know that was a random comment. I was just wondering if it had happened. Good morning, Angie. I have seen them attempting to get on the podcast a few times. I used to watch them closely, but not anymore. That's why I got kicked out of remember I told y'all that I got kicked out of the Discord one time? That's why I got kicked out of the Discord, because I was in Grace's Discord. But keep in mind, I don't know anything about Discords, right? Well, I do now. I don't know a whole lot, but I know more now. Having one and all this, I'm learning more. But anyway, so Fat Camp 1, I know that Grace and them were trying to get in the gate, and they were saying things in their Discord. So I was trying to keep up with everything. So during Fat Camp 1, was I interning then? I may have just been a viewer. I can't remember. But I know that they were saying some things in Grace's Discord. So I joined the Discord just so I could follow both sides. And I forgot I was even in there. I never said anything in that Discord, but I was watching, what was said. And then I was watching Fat Camp 1. That's the only reason. And then I just forgot to leave it. So when they implemented all these things and it found you in servers that they didn't want you in, yeah, I got kicked out. I got kicked out and I lost all my roles. And that was before they give them right back to you. I went through hell to be a host. But now you just say, hi. You're a host. You're a host. Yes, getting off on hurting people. Bingo. Yeah. I mean, it has to be part of that, that getting off on hurting people type thing, because it can't be all about the money if he messes with shows that are doing good. And he has done it a few times to Sweet Tea. Absolutely. Don't say sadist. He'll think I'm calling him Satan. Angie is a spy for the Thorpes. That is crazy. Yeah, that's some crazy shit, ain't it? No, Angie was trying to figure it all. Like, I knew that they were on their way because they were saying it in the Discord. But I guess, was it Twiggy that knew they were on? I don't know. Anyway, it was when I was all invested in what was actually going on. When it was fun to try to figure it all out and, that type thing. That was that. Now, I would love to see it get back good. You know what I mean? I don't hate the LCU. Because a lot of people say, well, if you hate it so much, why do you talk about it? And not just me, talking about people in general, that leave from over there. Why do we talk about it? Why? I mean, first of all, we talk about it because we can. But, I don't hate it. I would love to see. All right, Jake, I will. I would love to see it succeed. But, I think I earned every damn right to talk about anything I want to. I went through my internship. I went through getting kicked out of the Discord and had to fight my way back. I went through having to fight for my intern role, being told if just like AMAC, if we didn't get up there that we were going to lose our roles. So if I want to talk about it, I'll talk about it. I think I earned that right. I think I earned every damn thing that I got. All right, Jake, what do you want me to read? I didn't know Chubby got demonetized until last night when AMAC and Billy were talking about it. Yeah. Yeah, so Chubby got demonetized because I was a demonetized host who didn't realize that it was a thing, right? I lost my monetization, which I've said this 1,000 times. I lost my monetization on this channel, and that's what I just got the hours for to reapply. But anyway, I wasn't going to go through all of that and try to get it back, fight to get it back when I was going into the LCU. So I was just like, okay, it's a thing, I'm going to miss a few cents on ad revenue because I'm not going live over here. So why even fight to get it back? That was my thought process. But because I didn't get it back or fight for it, then Chubby gets demonetized for having me on there as. So it kind of works like a ban, but I'm not a banned creator. My channel wasn't banned. I wasn't banned. It's just all weird, but yes. So my thought is if I get my monetization back, that they can apply to get Chubby remonetized. Now, as far as Hero, I don't know. Because Hero got demonetized as well because, all this shit happened with Emerlyn. And you would think that she would have to be remonetized too. See, that's what made me so upset too, was that, he was doing all this shit for Amberlynn, but wasn't extending me the same courtesies. Now, I know I'm not as big in every way as Amberlynn, but, why wasn't he extending me the same courtesies? I mean, I was a host for you. The same thing happened to me, and it happened to me because of her, and you know that. So, whatever. Yep, you got the right to talk. Damn right, Hush Pup. I earned every stripe I have, and I have the right to talk about anything I want to. I earned it all. Okay, so. Hey, T-Ball. I'm late, guys. Sorry, what happened? Oh, we're just shooting the shit. Talking about. Well, we started talking about Billy being on Rewind, and then it just kind of snowballed. Chaos, I feel that Chaos QE, it happened because of ALR. If she never joined the LCU, it wouldn't have happened. And, I believe that. A lot of us believe that. But the fact, I'm still taking ownership. So please nobody say that I'm not taking ownership. I am taking every lick I have been given. Nothing special was offered to me like it was her, And then he wonders why I feel the way I feel, or, why I wouldn't want to come back. Like, dude, he wonders why it hurt me. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out. Good morning, Chroma. Just wanted to stop by and say hello before getting dressed and ready for a new job. So nervous but excited. Well, congratulations on your new job. I hope all goes well and you have an amazing first day. Yeah. So I hope you have a great day. And you'll have to come tell us all about it. Good morning, Irish. Always knew Billy would go back to help Keem. Keem has a way of making himself needy. Mm-hmm. Clock that. What they do? How they do it, y'all? I don't know how to do it. Anyway, clock that. Let's see. I would also have left it thinking I could do it later, but even if you couldn't stream, AMAC has continued, so making her forego pay is a whole crock of bullshit. You both should have been paid for work. And that's what I've been saying to, it's like, even if you take me and don't pay me, why did she not get paid? And I understand because Chubby didn't get paid. I get that, but she still did the work. And I'm saying the same thing about Gemini, and I don't know if Christina was over there or not. That's why I never put Christina into that thing when I say that they should get paid. But if she worked, she should get paid too. I don't know. But I do know that AMAC and Gemini both should have gotten paid. I think that all of us should have gotten paid, but he probably would have if he didn't have to pay Hero. So if he paid Gemini, if he paid AMAC, in other words, Hero made more money, is what I'm saying. Chubby didn't get paid is also BS. Well, it got demonetized, and I know from personal experience that when you get demonetized, you don't get money for that month. So I do know that is absolutely true, because when I got demonetized, I did not make that money. Now, and that was a whole other can of worms that YouTube has the right to go in and demonetize you and keep the money for that month. So somebody could have, because we had gotten crowns and super chats and everything. You tell me why it's fair that YouTube gets to keep that money. I don't think that's right at all. But it's probably in all that little print that you don't read because you're too busy clicking everything, right? To get into it. And who's going to go unless you're like it's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Who's going to sue? Because you probably wouldn't win anyway. But it just literally doesn't make sense to me how they get to keep that money. So they get to decide who is demonetized. So it's like saying, let's see if we can find something on them and we get to keep that. It's just, I don't know. And then they get to keep the money on the back end too. But I think that to me, it works the same way as you're building the deck for the homeowner. The homeowner reaches out to the contractor, and the contractor subcontracts the painters and, the laborers. So if the homeowner doesn't pay the contractor still owes the painters and the laborers and everything for building the deck. Right? I don't know. And at some point, I've got to let it go. Because it pisses me off every time I think about it. And it don't just piss me off for me. It pisses me off for AMAC. I mean, she did nothing wrong and didn't get paid. Are y'all saying labor laws were violated? Probably not. You could probably figure it in somewhere where actually there's a law protecting somebody. I don't know. But it just doesn't make sense to me. Using this scenario that I give about the homeowner and the contractor, and then he subcontracts out. So would then the contractor not pay the painters and the laborers? You know what I mean? AMAC has actually been cool about it. I think I'm so mad because I feel like it's all my fault. Even though I didn't know. And it wasn't like I hid it. You know what I mean? And it just upsets me every time I think about it. You know what I mean? I heard that. A lot of people have said, Tiffany, that he paid ALR. But Do we know that for sure? You know? Keemstar is pulling the same BS of withholding payment as Becky did to Savage and Roxy. Who's worse now, Keem, you or Becky? Exactly, Irish. But he's going to say that YouTube did not pay him, or Google, that he didn't get paid. So how could he pay zero? How could he pay anything from zero? That's what he's going to say. And then he's going to spin it how he does in a way where he looks right. And let's just say he is right. Okay? Say he is. With the laws and everything. I still think that it is not a good look to at least not paid AMAC and Gemini. It just doesn't look good. But of course, you don't care. Nobody knew about the alleged rule that YouTube had about demonetized channels. And what if Nightmare's channel had been monetized when Keem ordered him to take it down? Then what would have happened? I don't know. Honest, I don't know anymore. Because I did not know about that rule. I knew about being banned, but I did not know about being demonetized, and you couldn't go on another platform because it makes it follow the same rules as a band creator. If you're a band creator, you can't circumvent the system. You can't jump up on you can't be on other shows under somebody else's name. You can't do all of that stuff. But even if you try to fight it, even if I went back and was actually able to see, the list of rules when it happened to me, because I wonder if it wasn't changed after the fact, but I don't know. You'll never win. That's what I'm saying. I'll never win. Others will never win against, the big corporations and Keemstar. You're not going to win. I will never let it, excuse me, I will never let it go. Gemini is a friend. Keem still brings up the Becky stuff. Yeah, it's illegal as hell. But as you said, too expensive to fight it. And that's what I'm saying, Twisted. I'm mad as hell about it. I will always be mad as hell about it. For the simple fact, I still feel like that AMAC and Gemini, and I don't know and the reason I don't ever say Christina's name is because I don't know if she was part of that. But if she was, she should be paid too. But even if you take, and I still feel like Emerlyn was paid. Absolutely. He gave her something. She's been too quiet for him not to have. I would just pay all hosts a base salary and have a minimum your show has to stay employed. Then there would be a stink as to this show made more than this show and they should get more. I think it would be just a nonstop fight. AMAC isn't okay with it. She just knows that she's fighting a losing battle with trying to get it. Exactly, Tiffany. Exactly. She has spoke out on it. I've seen her. She's done it in the Discord. She has said it a few times on the show. But like me, she knows it's a losing battle. And if you keep talking about it and you keep just letting it fester up, it's not good for you. So she's just trying to move on. I don't know. But it's a losing battle. Nightmare was so fucking dumb for taking it down. Well, he was trying to keep his job on the main show. And I agree. He shouldn't have had to take it down. Just not use it. I understand for sure. You've said over and over that she must get paid. She is cool because people are often not when it comes to money. Absolutely. She has been very cool about it, but she has said a couple times, but it's you get to the point, like, what's the point? He's not gonna cave. And why? You know what I mean? Why? I don't know. Show me the contract with any of these 1099 contractor hosts that they are responsible for keeping a channel monetized that's not in their personal names. Show the paperwork, Keem. Doesn't exist. Nightmare just hid his channel. He didn't actually take it down. No, it doesn't look good. And failing to pay Nightmare Steak and Zay is appalling, in my opinion. I agree. I mean, I think the point with that is he wins, I don't even think he cares about the money half the time. It's the point, it's the fact that he wins. He has to win. But at what point is it going to be that winning doesn't feel good anymore when you're hurting all these people around you? That they don't want anything to do with you anymore because you always have to win. But at what cost? I'm part of the AWO, Angie World Order. Hell yeah, Angie World Order. Shit. That was funny. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that. Is Denmark in here? Hey, buddy. How are you? I still need to get this sound figured out. As soon as I get this sound figured out, you're coming up for a little while. I need some funny in my life, but if I bring you up now, it's just gonna echo. ADF, Angie Defense Force. Yes, let's form them all. I'm so glad that you come into here, Denmark. One of my most favorites. The fact that he felt it necessary to try to show Keem he was loyal is crazy. Keemstar was totally abusive to him. Nightmare lost his monetization because of it. Keem doesn't care what happens to us. And if you try to do something outside of it's like he has to control every aspect of, you kind of feel like your life at the time, because he can change the rules, he can change the time slots, he can change what show you're on. He can change anything at any time, and you have got to be expected to roll with it. Now, yes, did he accommodate like AMAC and I? Absolutely, and I will not take that away from him. He did do that because we probably had the craziest thing to accommodate, being on different coasts and both working. But he truthfully controlled everything because it didn't matter if you had to sleep. It didn't matter, if you figure out how to make it work if you want a show. And then the money part, you have to know that Keem is always going to come out on top as far as the money's concerned, even though I still think he paid Emerlyn Reed. I will believe that to the day I die. I do believe she got like $15,000, and I will not prove me wrong. I want Emerlyn to look me in my face and tell me she didn't get paid. Because if I'll know if she's lying to me. Good morning, Greeky. I saw somebody else too. Seen it before. Good morning. Denmark, are you going live today? I need a laugh. He said the rules are dynamic between the hosts. Then Tommy C gets a forced vacation. So, yeah, Tommy got suspended for, I guess, baiting Turbo into doing that. Like, he knew what he was doing. And Keem had said that everybody just needs to keep it together until he comes back. So what? He comes back when Keem comes back. So really just gets a little vacay. He still has that other podcast he does. I can't never think of the name of it. Turbo should get suspended for going in with the N-word out loud. He did. He's gone. He did get. I think he got suspended for 90 days. Even though Turbo said, evidently Turbo left on his own accord, saying that he will never come back. But on Keem's side, he's saying 90 days, I think. So even if Turbo wanted to come back, he's still suspended for 90 days. I think that's how it's working for doing it. I about fell out of my damn chair, y'all, when I was watching yeah, Neon. SFTP. I used to know it. What is it? Shoot. Something point. Shoot the point. Sorry. I'm sorry, Tommy. Okay, let's get back to it. But y'all, shot from the point. Shot from the point? Okay. Yeah. So it's a hockey term? Okay. I knew it was something like shooting or shotting, and then point was in there. And I know nothing about hockey. Nothing except they fight. That's all I know. And sometimes they all smile and they're missing a couple teeth from the fighting. That's all I know. Turbo will be back. It's his manipulation tactic of choice. Turbo is such a chud. Yeah. Um, yeah, I about fell out of my chair. Oh, come on. Keem cured Turbo of his racism so much that he put him on Locale Live, right? Oh, wait. Keem needs 90 more days to cure Turbo's racism. Yeah, right along with, he also made him walk again. It's a whole thing. Hey, Angie, I have the Turbo N-word. Hey, Angie, I have the Turbo N-word. I may have recorded that before they took it down. I heard, well, honestly, I heard it I heard it when it happened. I was listening to it. And when it came out, I was like, okay, you see that pause I just had there? That's kind of what I was like. I was like, in my mouth, I just couldn't believe it. I could not. But then why couldn't I believe it? Like, it's always been a thing. I mean, why would that come out of, sorry. I've said, what I've always said is that nothing is going to accidentally come out of your mouth if it's not in your vocabulary. Like, even if you're mad, even if you're drunk, you're not going to accidentally slip up and say something like that if it's not already programmed in, like the F slur. It's not going to just come out if you don't use it in your natural vocabulary. It's just not. So obviously it has to be a word that he uses or has used, and he was mad enough. So Tommy's in trouble for baiting him into saying it. So Tommy got him mad enough. Like, there's a word that I use. If I get really mad, a word will slip out. And I've probably only said it 10 times in my life, if that. And it is the GD word. I don't say it, but obviously it's in my vocabulary. If I get mad enough, it may slip out. That's my slip word. But the N word, even with an A or the heart, neither one are in my vocabulary. So you're not going to hear me say them. Slip up, whatever. And the F slur is not in my vocabulary. Like, I don't say them. I even grew up in the era where saying the F slur was normal, and I still didn't say it. So had that N word not been in his vocabulary, he wouldn't have slipped and said it, no matter how mad he was. But yes, I about fell out my chair. And Tommy pushed the buttons. He knew what to do, and I feel like he knew exactly what he was doing, and he got the result he was looking for. Let me check my coffees. I'm sorry. Okay, so we still have the coffee app. If anybody would like to buy me a coffee, I will read out your message. We call it our janky TTS. So, okay. Should have left the stream up, put his dirty mouth on blast. Isn't that against TOS though? I think it is. Like, let's see. Turbo definitely likes watching. Denmark, I'm not going to read that. I was about to, and then I said, oh, I'm not reading that. Chubby Scorpion, you ought to be banned for doing that. Stop saying that word or typing it. I hate that word. Oops. Over here just clicking buttons, y'all. It's one I didn't click. It's on out of here. I say David says the N-word ain't in my vocabulary. It never has been. So you couldn't slip up and say it, right? No matter how mad you got or how... I keep shaking this camera again. Sorry. It's a major TOS violation, and if enough people flag that stream, YouTube is definitely going to do something about it. So that's why they took it down. I think they took it down. They'll cut it out and then they'll put it back up. So, and it could already be that way, but there were a few people that caught because they didn't stop the stream right away. They kept the stream going, you know, and most people would have stopped the stream, took it down, but they did not do that. So it doesn't matter if it was taken down. A lot of people clipped it. Yeah. Yep. It was put everywhere. I've seen it. I've heard it. It was sent to me, even though I heard it. I was listening to it in real time. I'm just, and here's the thing. So with that shirt that he was wearing, I guess it was the A and not the hard R, if I'm understanding that correctly. And I thought it was like, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe it was a saying and it's just, and he's trying to be, I don't know, cool or thuggish or something. So I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt with the shirt. Like, well, that don't make him racist, but, and people just kept saying it. And I was like, but that doesn't make him racist. And then that word dropped and I'm like, yeah, dude, it's not going to slip if it's not in your vocabulary. And that hard R like that, you can't tell me otherwise. It makes me feel like, yeah, you were totally racist. I'm convinced now. Exactly. Creaky. I was sitting there, I was thinking maybe, with that shirt thing, I was like, okay, he's trying to be cool. He's trying to be edgy as you can be riding around on a scooter. You know what I mean? And I'm being serious. I thought that he was just trying to be a cool guy, and be kind of thuggish a little bit, but not racist. Now, honey, you're on your own. You'd come over into the chat, I would try to be cool with you and have conversations with you, not give you a hard time. But what in the hell would make you do that? And then you're going to sit there and say that you're not racist after saying it. With that R. I'm sorry. You can't convince me otherwise. You just can't. Good morning, Kristen. He said it with such chest. It was actually, he did, Denmark. Oh my God. he just said it like, you know, here we go. Absolutely, he did. I just watched the playback of me. It's funny as hell. Oh Lord. I honestly think he resents the fact that he isn't allowed to say it. I think he does too. I think that he resents the fact that your mama can say it and he can't. But I don't even think that anybody should be saying it with that hard R on a platform. But I do think that he doesn't like the fact that some people can say it and some people cannot. And I think sometimes you just need to say it is what it is. Why would you want to say it is my question. Why does that even matter to you is another. Why? That word should not affect you enough to want to say it. Unless what? You're a racist. Trust me, I've met a few in my lifetime. The way you said it, like Denny said, the way you said it with your whole ass chest, yeah. You meant every syllable of it. It was disgusting, and you're a racist. Sorry. And I think that, you put all that work into trying to prove to people that you was not a racist. I mean, if you're going to be one, be one. I mean, let your flag fly. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, do what you going to do, bruh. But don't say that you're not one when clearly you are. You have an issue with other races, or at least one. Turbo made the threat he would drop a slur if provoked, so he did it on purpose. I thought, I keep saying slipped, and you couldn't make me, because it's not in my vocabulary, it wouldn't slip. And I kept saying slip, but you know what? When he did say it, it made me feel like he knew exactly what was about to come out of his mouth. Like he did do it on purpose. So like when, like Denmark said, he said it with his whole chest. So that tells me, yeah, he did say it on purpose. It didn't slip. And that's worse. So did he say it to, I mean, what was the purpose? Like to get the show taken down? Because all they got to do is cut it out and put it back up. It does nothing. It doesn't, all it does is hurt you, dude. You're the one that got hurt. You're the one that got kicked. You shot your own self in the foot despite your face. I mean, yeah. It literally made no sense. He said it with hella authority. Took me back to my ancestors' days. Had me saying, yes, mouse. Oh my God, Fuzz, shut up. Then I read the comment and I look like the bad person. Stop, Fuzz. Or get your ass up here and you say it. There's going to be an echo, though. Just let me know. Rastov, good morning. Let's see. Keem would rather light himself on fire than ever admit he did anything wrong. So it's never going to happen. What part are you on, Rastov? You going back or? See, I have got to get this echo fixed. I want to have conversations with people. So there's not, I know you had conditions, but there's not an amount of money that would make you go back. Like, seriously? Or would you go do the stream with Sweet Tea? See, now I would love to have Rostov come up, but I know there's going to be an echo if I do. So I'm going to get this echo fixed. If it's the last thing, I'm going to try to get it fixed. Would you pop up for a little while, Rostov? Maybe sometime this week if I can get this echo fixed. Because I would love to ask you a few questions. Just me and you having a conversation. Yeah, putting impossible conditions on something isn't actually considering anything. Well, and there's not an amount of money. I'm just saying, sometimes money talks. That might get me unwanted heat. From who? Who would give you unwanted heat? Now I'm not worried about you going. I'm worried about who was giving you unwanted heat for jumping up here. That's what I want to know. See, T-Boss, sometimes it's easy to say peace of mind over a wad of cash any day. It's easy to say when you're not faced with it. But if somebody puts the cash in front, some people will make other decisions. I'm just saying. We would love to all say we would choose peace of mind over cash. I don't know. I want to know why you would who would give you heat for jumping over here? Why you would get unwanted heat? Keem offered me a salary and a show of my choosing, and I still said no. Okay. I'm gonna trust you, Rastov, that there's nothing that can make you go back except those impossible conditions being met. So I'm gonna trust it. Now I'm more curious about why you would get unwanted heat. Sorry. Like, you know, I'm a nobody. I have no passion for that place anymore, so it wouldn't be authentic. Yeah. I mean, I can get that because I kind of lost. Now I'm still going through my anger phase. I don't want it to not succeed. I don't want to burn it down, you know? I just, if that makes sense. You remember when Scooter and Gidgey left the LCU and went on Savage's panel? I wasn't even watching or aware of it, and I got blamed as being up on panel shit, talking, oh, shit talking the LCU. Well, so you're saying you would get it from Keem, as in you were up on a panel with me shit talking the LCU. Okay. I was just trying to understand that. Like, okay, I think my tomorrow show just got written. I'm not gonna play that right now. Tomorrow, yes. Okay. Go play. All right. I'm just gonna let y'all have it out in the chat because y'all were making me laugh. Y'all were entertaining me. So I'm just gonna let y'all go at it, Irish and Rastov. And thank you to the person that sent me a timestamp. I'm gonna use it tomorrow because that just wrote itself. Thank you. Do I shit talk the LCU? Like, really? Do I? Now, I'm asking y'all seriously, as my chat, do I shit talk the LCU? And it's okay to have whatever opinion you have. You can just jump in anywhere between Irish and Rastov's fuss. It's fine. I see myself more as I have opinions, which I'm entitled to because, you know, I feel like I've been there, I've lived through it, and I just thought it would be kind of interesting to have Rastov up as a, you know, as an ex-host who I had a couple questions for, who's probably already answered them 1,000 times. I just didn't hear them, you know, that kind of thing. But as far as shit talk, I haven't really shit talked them. Even when I did my I'm not going back stream, I didn't really shit talk. I just said what I had to say. And having my feelings on Keem and the way Keem is, I mean, it's very, that's not even shit talk. I could shit talk. But what's the point? And you know what? I may do what I mean. I could be talking about every host and the most nastiest thing. You know, I could do all of that. I know. That's what you want, Mazer. You want me to just get it all out, say everything I want to say. But what would be the point? I mean, really, what would be the point? So, in conclusion of that, Rastov, I don't shit talk the LCU. You see, even the chat says that no, I don't. I don't want to go back. I've made that known. I've made my feelings known. I've made my feelings about Keem known, but I wasn't, you know. Okay. Well, no, it just kind of felt like that's what you were saying because you would get unwanted heat. Like, that's what I didn't understand. How you would get heat for being up here just talking to, you know, asking you a question about you, not the LCU. So, or hell, I might ask you a question about life. How you been? That type of thing. And just shoot the shit for a minute. AJ Takeem, you have. Just look at what we were talking about when we were snitched on. True truth bombs. You're right. I did not even think about it like that. Keem does think I'm shit talking because Truth and I were just having a conversation, not shit talking shit, when we got snitched on by Southern, and he comes rolling in. Why are you shit talking me? Nobody was shit talking you, bro. We was having a conversation. But pop off, queen. That's what was so funny about that truth bomb, is that we were literally not shit talking him. Like, you probably could have picked another moment, but that one, no. That's what it was so fucking funny to me that gonna send him some screenshots probably with no context as to what we were talking about, or either just told him. They're shit talking you in her Discord. Either way, we weren't. So that was not that particular moment. That's what was so funny about it. And anybody in the Discord saw it, we weren't. All I could do was laugh when he jumped in my inbox, right? It was like, because I was talking to you and you was like, oh my God, look, like he jumped in my inbox asking me, and the minute I'm reading yours, mine comes through. Like, why am I shit talking him? It's like, dude, nobody's shit talking you, number one. And obviously somebody's in my Discord spinning shit. So we had to rectify that really quick. That's why I said, Southern, you're a horrible mole. Or whatever you were trying to snitch, whatever you were trying to be. You had to know that it was going to come back on you, honey. That's all I'm saying. He doesn't care about you. So obviously he's going to come immediately to us and ask us why we're shit talking him. And the only difference is you. So obviously we knew it was you, Southern. And I know you're going to say, I don't care. Okay. But if you're going to be a snitch or a troll, you're going to have to be better at it. Or you're going to have to know who you're snitching to. Because if he runs right then and says something, it all comes back to you. I would have just held on to it because it wasn't even that juicy. Just put it in your little phone or whatever and save it for later. I'd have held on to it. But do you, boo? Isn't Southern that one girl who crowns to every show? Yes. And they were in my Discord and they went back and told Keem that me and Truth Bombs were shit talking him when we weren't. So, yeah. The problem is that he takes all his facts off of Reddit or other hosts trying to stir shit. He fact checks nothing, I agree, and then gets one guy on stream. Says some shit that's wrong and then stands on it. I agree with every part of that. I do. He does get one guide, and he will stand on it. Some of the things I'll agree he doesn't fact check. I don't know. He just all I can say is that he hurt me and he pissed me off. True. All right, let's see. Well, that was another one. We just kind of just talked. Let me see if I've got an email yet from the tubes of you. Let's see. No, your application is under review. So, I've got this little shopping thing there that wasn't there before, but I don't know. All right, y'all. Where do y'all want to go? Let's see who is. See, I was always taught you don't burn bridges, right? So I've always tried to, if I leave a place or something, I try to leave on a good note. But this is just a different. This is not a normal job, you know. What is happening? Okay. All right. Where do y'all want to go? Let's see. I can send y'all to cafe. I can send y'all to the State Boys of Louisiana. There's some Chroma Drama. There's one of those on. Where y'all want to go? Or is there anybody on that I don't know about? Let me know. I'll type them in. I'll send you there. Oh God, y'all know that yesterday was the first trial day for that Tyler Robinson guy. The one that has been charged with Charlie Kirk's assassination. So, I don't think I can watch it. Not gonna lie, that whole situation affected me, and it just did. So I'm not sure that's one that I can actually watch. I am gonna keep up with what's happening in the trial, but I do know that started yesterday. So yesterday was the very first one, and they're running it on Court TV. But I know it's on the YouTube for the Court TV thing. It's a mess already, Angie. See, I cannot. My heart can't take it, and I'm not talking about. I'm talking about my feelings. My emotions can't handle watching it because I was so angry. Like, I felt an anger I've never felt before, and I don't even know the guy. You know, I don't even. It just angered me that somebody just. It's kind of like how people, you had Martin Luther King who marched in the streets, and it was probably back then how people felt just for speaking out, you know, gets assassinated. You don't have to believe how they believe. You don't have to, but nobody should lose their life for just talking. Nobody. And I don't know, it just made me, it just hurt. What? I'll say what I want to say. I don't care. What? Because I got hurt? Because it angered me? This is. I don't know. You can't tell somebody not to do something and then don't tell them what they did. Don't compare? What do you mean, don't compare? People can feel angry over anything. Tell me what to do and what not to do. I'll compare what the fuck I want to compare. How about that? I didn't say the situation was alike. I said it's probably how people felt. That's what I was comparing. And don't tell me what the fuck to do and what not the fuck to do. That's what you ain't gonna do. See, this is why I can't watch this trial. Are y'all still fighting? I look down, y'all still going. Oh my God. What was that song? It was back in the 70s. All I know, something like give peace a chance. I can't remember. It was a oh, y'all carry on. Y'all do y'all are fine. Get it out. No, I'm over here fighting with Mazer, so it's fine. He's done left and I'm still fighting with him. So yeah. But yeah. I can't, but that's why I can't watch that trial. And nobody is going to tell me how I'm going to feel, what I can say, and what I can't say. And if that means I lose you as a viewer, well, then I lose you as a viewer. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't. See, that's where I think people got me twisted. People like to say, I get called a Karen a lot. I sound like one. It's just the job I'm in. My voice sounds the way it does sometimes. I am far from a Karen. I give a fuck what you got to say, and I'll say what the fuck I want to say back to you. I don't care. That's why I know I have not shit talked the LCU because y'all have not really, really seen Angela come out. I don't think y'all have ever seen it. But you was about to just a second ago. I had to pull her back in. All right, where do we want to go, y'all? Y'all want to go to cafe? Y'all want to go State Boys, Louisiana? Is there any other place you might want to go to? Speak up now, forever hold your peace. Cafe? All right, let's go to cafe. And I got to take my ass to work. All right. Either way, I will see y'all tomorrow. And hopefully, I've got some things pulled up that I would like to. I had it pulled up yesterday, and we got on talking about ghosts and stuff. So, and then today we just kind of shot the shit today. So maybe I can get into it tomorrow. Okay. You know how to find them, Chubby. All right. Either way, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.